Kings and Queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated and appreciated. So oh my goodness, whenever I laugh like this, it is serious, okay? Alright, so it happens that there is another white only town growing up and it's getting attention in South Africa. Another one, you heard me. I said another one. We've talked about Orania here, and I think I brought you some of the histories of South Africa and how South Africa has suffered in the hand of the white settlers in South Africa. War happened during the Civil War and everything. I think I brought that here. Okay, I get some South Africans who are okay. They're just okay with the whites. They don't see anything wrong with them taking out their lands and having a town that they call theirs alone. They don't see anything wrong with it, and I don't just understand why. Now, the world wants us to look at it like there's nothing wrong. They just need a place to stay and they're living peacefully. Why should we be bothered? There's nothing wrong. But another town is erupting. In short, it has erupted already. It's not from me. It's from one of you. You're going to listen to her soon. It's not from me. Why do you think there is a need? Why do you think these Europeans see a need to have another town? White only town in South Africa? Because the first one that they succeeded in establishing is growing and booming. Nothing is being done about it. Everybody is happy with it. So they needed to create another one. And I just hope the third will not erupt. And then the fourth and then the fifth. Your majesties. Like I was saying, the world will feel like there's nothing. Why are you being like this? Allow them to live peacefully and the rest of them. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. They're just having their time. Like they're just living. But why should you prohibit the owners of the continent access into this so-called town that you have built for only yourselves whites? There is no black living in those cities. This one now is in Pretoria. Okay? There's no melanated person. And you tell me there's no racism in this world and time. Oh, we don't see color. You don't see color? But you can't mingle with everybody. Why are we lying to ourselves? And even as a melanated people, we are accepting statements like this, thinking that it's fact. We are easily swayed. We are easily deceived. Anyway, I'm not talking further. Just listen to this. And yeah.
So you want to tell me that there is a place in South Africa that even the president himself is not allowed just because he's black? There is a place in South Africa, in the Northern Cape, it's called Orania. Even the president himself is not allowed because he's black, only Afrikaners. Now, because they showed them that it's okay to do this to us. Now there's another one. No, that's Joela Masimba. Now there's another one. It's called Klemfontein in Pretoria. Also for Afrikaners. Now I have a question to my elderly people. Where were you when all this were happening? No, where were you when all of this is happening? Who knows, next year there will be another one. And before we know it, it's chai. Guys, the group is still on and our leaders are informed. Some have responded, some have not. But like I said, we are not going to ask them. We are informing them and we are moving forward. No, we can't. We can't. There's no way. There is no... So you steal the land. You buy the stolen land. After that, you say, we must not come. It has gone too far now. it has gone too far. So what happened to Rainbow Nation? What happened to one nation, non-racial nation? What happened to we don't see color? If there are places like this, what are you trying to promote? Are you trying to promote tribalism, segregation, and racism? Because now, no, I don't even need to explain it, man. This is not rocket science. You can see that this is wrong.
Oh, Your Majesties, they are creating an empire right under your noses. Now, this is the plight of South Africa. Remember, these Europeans, they do not just settle in South Africa alone. We have some of them in Namibia. We've talked about that of Namibia here, right? I've talked about that of Namibia here some time ago, where these people are prohibiting the Namibians access to their farmlands, like they are taking their farmlands away from them. And Namibians came out crying. You came and settled and took over a place. We allow you to live in peace, to reason as man. And now you want to take our farmlands from us. They came crying out. And these people did not see reasons why the originals of this land have the right to cry for their farmlands that are taken away from them. You see, it is the audacity for me. The way these white people think about themselves, I don't just get it. And do you know why? Because it is how we Africans look at them. They are being spoiled already. They are spoiled. They were dragging this shamelessly with the Namibians. And we also have them in Zimbabwe. I want you to listen to, what's his name? Mugabe. Listen to Mugabe, the interview Mugabe had with one of their speakers, and maybe you understand better what I'm saying, okay?
Do you consider white Zimbabweans to be Zimbabweans?
Those who are naturalized and have citizenship, yes.
Those who've been living there for years and years and years?
But historically.
Right.
Historically,
the people who've
they
been
have a debt.
Contributing to farming, historically they have a debt to pay.
Yes, the land, they occupied the land illegally. They seized the land from our people.
Look.
And therefore, the process of reform, land reform, involved their having to hand over the land.
But
we agreed upon this with the British, by the way.
Some 80% of that land was acquired after you took office, some of the farmland, and with the various certificates that mean government approval. Why are these people being hounded out of the country? Why are they being
they are not being hounded
off their land then?
No, they are not being
But
hounded out of the country
You've just
at
done
all.
reports
Those
about
who
it.
are in industry, in manufacturing, in mining are not being...
The farmers I'm talking
are
about.
not
Why
being
is
affected.
that wonderful farmland, and why are they being...
What are you talking about? We are getting land from them, and that's all. They are not being hounded out of the country. Not at all.
They're being hounded off their land.
Not of their land.
It's not theirs.
Our land.
Even though they bought it, with the certificates of approval from the government?
But haven't you heard of the Lancaster House discussions and the agreement with the British government? Because they are British settlers. Originally they have been British settlers. And we agreed at Lancaster House that there would be land reform.
But they're citizens, aren't they? And isn't this farming disaster contributing to
citizens by colonization, seizing land from the original people, indigenous people of the country?
Your Majesties, I love that. Like I said, we have spoiled these Europeans. So they feel everything is their right. You see, she was not allowing him to talk. She wasn't allowing him. And this is not today. It's been long ago. Okay, it's been some time back now. It's been long ago. Now, when he said citizens by colonization, oh my goodness. You see, she started tuning down a little bit, you know, because she thought that the reality wouldn't be poured on her face, wouldn't be rubbed on her face. This is it. They're coming and you see them as if they want to die, and out of pity you give them a place, and tomorrow they come kick you out. If we don't wake up and fight for our lands are being taken away, majesties. There is something I want to say, but before then, I want to take you through this one. It's important. These clips, we have to, it's important. Let's listen to this one.
We are the Boers. We are a very proud nation. We are the white tribe of Africa. And we are here to show the people today. We're going to make our stand in this country. There's certain parts of this country that is our parts.
Believe in equal rights?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, if everyone's equally educated.
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe in one man, one vote?
Yes, if the people are educated at the same level. At the moment, I don't, because you find that as far as education is concerned, the whites are in the majority, and one can't give the vote to uneducated people that they can't use their judgment, they can't assess the situation correctly.
But how can you say that when you also believe in equal rights?
I do believe in equal rights, but do you think rights are equal if you've spent 12 years at school being taught cultural things, science, the arts, and someone comes straight out of a hut in the bush? Do you think he deserves the same rights as you?
Oh my goodness. After you study 12 years in a school and someone comes straight out of a hut in the bush. Out from a hut in the bush. Majesties, this is how you looked at. It is only the melanated people that are not looking at the realities of the world. It is only us that are refusing to accept the reality we are being faced with by they. We think that the Europeans love us. No, this is not today. This is since 1971. And before that time, and since the creation of time, we have been treated this way. But we never want to realize, we never want to accept the truth. No, since we cross paths with them, with their kind, we have been treated this way. Because before we cross paths with them, we were living as the king and queens that we are. These are chief manipulators. They come like they want to die, like I'm saying. They come shivering and shaking like their life will end immediately, and you help them up. You don't know that all the while they were just pretending to be good, to be nice. Okay? This is how you sing. Coming from a hut in a bush, what do you know? This is what happens when the history of a people is deprived for a very long time. When our histories are not taught in schools, we forget who we are. And they tell you who you are when you don't know who you are. Just imagine your enemy coming to tell you this is who you are. You think that enemy is going to tell you the truth about yourself? This is why we teaching our history is important in this day and time. Teaching it as it is. Not a history of slavery. We are not slaves, majesties. We are not. We are kings and queens. We are gods and goddesses. Whether you take it or leave it is your business. This is the reality of the world. What you see is the reality. This video is just the reality. There are other countries that do not have white settlers from time past. But do you know what is happening in those countries? Majesties? I think I've said that here. I told you after I traveled some countries and I discovered that the Europeans are buying lands and our people are selling these lands with thanksgiving in their heart, with all the joy and the love they have from their stomach. They are selling these lands to these Europeans. They are selling landed properties to Europeans. Majesties. So, whether you have white settlers or not, just know that we are selling ourselves. So tomorrow, these people that are buying landed properties will move down with their families and start a home. And in the future, they will come tell our descendants that they are the owners of the land. Just like the settlers in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in Namibia are doing today. If our ancestors kicked their ass out all this time, they wouldn't have been here today causing problems. And now a new town is erupting. In short, a new town has erupted in South Africa, in Pretoria, called Kleinfontein. Kleinfontein is a culturally segregated Afrikaner only settlement near Pretoria, South Africa. The second white only town in South Africa. Okay, that was founded in 1992 but started gaining popularity now. Members of the African National Congress and Democratic Alliance Youth have denounced the settlement and the continued existence of Afrikaner-only settlement in post-apartheid South Africa. So when you think it's only Orania that is the only white-only town in South Africa, there is another one that is gaining popularity because majority of them who are coming into South Africa now, the white ones, it's like, what's the name of this place? It's like Orania is becoming a bit populated. So they are now moving to, what's the name? They are moving to Kleinfontein, Pretoria. So by the time that place is about, you know, population is increasing, they will create another place. These people are creating an empire. They are surrounding us left, right, center. If we don't fight for ourselves, no one is coming from anywhere to fight for us. We have to wake up as the African people and wake up to the truth, the reality of the world that we live in. No one loves us. We are the ones to love ourselves. And if we do not, let's just be prepared for our destruction. Leave your thoughts and opinion in the other section, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.